What's up, A to Z Sports Titan Game Day Live? It's the halftime show here at Acme Feed and Seed on the rooftop. Titans are leading the Seattle Seahawks 10-3 is the halftime score. The Titans defense doing pretty good at keeping the Seahawks out of the end zone. Just a one field goal attempt by Seattle and a big-time stop by the Titans defense right before half. And Derrick Henry in this Titans offense putting up 10 points, another passing touchdown from the King, and he's running the football like we are used to seeing here at Nissan Stadium. We're live here at Acme Feed and Seed on the rooftop. Austin Stanley and Jack Gentry. Before we officially get going for our halftime show, Jack, tell the people what they got to do online.
Yeah, hey, don't forget to like the show on your way in. Got to like the show. It's good for us. It's good for the show. It helps us out a lot. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you share the show to your Titans Facebook groups. We're going to grow the audience, get everyone in here, and see what everyone of y'all thinks about this Titans first half. Titans going to the locker room with a lead. We've seen this movie before, Austin.
We have.
If you're watching on YouTube, turn your notifications on by tapping the bell icon at the top of your screen. Finally, if you're watching on Twitch, text that Twitch link to your Titans text groups, text it to your family, your relatives, your loved ones, anybody that you know is a Titans fan that would like this show. Send that link out. Let's get them all in here. Let's take the temperature of this fan base here at halftime. But, Austin, it's time to get the show on the road.
Yep, let's do it officially. Welcome into Titan Game Day Live, the halftime show here at the rooftop of Acme Feed and Seed. I'm Austin Stanley with Jack Gentry, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Got to thank all of our Titan Game Day Live partners this season: X Golf Nashville, the Mint Gaming Hall, BetMGM, the law offices of Amanda J. Gentry, Chimney Adventure Science Center, and Jarrett HVAC and Plumbing here with Spirited Hive and Ranch Water specials for all of these home games. Jack, I don't think we expected during the pregame show that the Titans would be looking like the much better football team. Ryan Tannehill's the starter. We can talk about Ryan Tannehill, but after Derrick Henry had 16 carries for 9 yards last week, at halftime he's got 8 for 58. That's an average of over 7 per carry, and he's thrown a touchdown pass today, and the Titans have a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, Derrick Henry moves into a tie with Blaine Gabbert in franchise history with 4 touchdown passes for the franchise. Derrick Henry looks vintage. Ryan Tannehill has taken off a couple of times for big-time gains. He looks great today. He's clearly playing with a little added motivation after everything that's happened this season. A lot of things have bounced the wrong way for him, but he hasn't let that affect him. And like you said, the Titans look like the better football team right now. But we've been here before, like I was just saying. The Titans have blown 4 halftime leads this season. So even though they're up now, and I like some of the adjustments they've made, Tim Kelly mixing it up more on first down this week after watching Derrick Henry run into a wall way too many times last week. It's good to see that, but can they hold on to this lead? Defense is playing well enough right now. Can the offense keep the foot on the gas? We'll have to find out here in the next 60 minutes.
And you brought up the play calling looks different. And, Jack, you and I were charting this, and we're not even going to count that last drive before halftime because it was a must-pass drive. We all understand that. Before that, the Tennessee Titans called 8 pass plays to 6 run plays on first down.
There we go.
And that's a massive difference, Jack, because a week ago, Tim Kelly called 9 pass plays out of 24 the entire game, including overtime, and only called 5 pass plays in their first 19 first down snaps.
Yeah.
He had 5 pass plays out of the first 8 first downs in the first quarter, and you're seeing it work. Are the Titans completing passes every first down throw? No, but what have they done? They've opened up a Seattle defense. Now, Seattle's defense is not very good. I think we understand that, but they've opened it up, and you've seen Derrick Henry have more room to run. You've seen Tannehill hit Chig across the middle on a couple first down throws, and it just looks like they're in a better rhythm, and the Seattle defense has to at least think instead of just knowing that it's going to be a Derrick Henry run for no yards up the middle on first down.
Yeah, predictable play calling can make bad defenses look good, which has been the case for the Titans, throughout this season. They've made bad defenses look a little better than they actually are because of their predictability on first down. Everybody in the stadium knows it's going to Derrick Henry. Today it's different, and we've seen that. Titans already up to 113 rushing yards, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. Honestly, they've ran the ball even more efficiently than that. The Treylon Burks -3-yard end around is kind of, hamstringing that average a little bit. But Tajay Spears, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, all making things happen on the ground. Chig's having a big day. Already 5 catches and a touchdown, 46 yards on the day. Outside of that, Tannehill hasn't been making a lot of big plays. Doesn't have to. Kind of dinking and dunking his way down the field. 10 points at half. You're going to need a little bit more than that if you want to win this game. I do expect the Seahawks to make some adjustments at halftime and come out and punch the ball in the end zone a time or two. But So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good. Thomas says Kelly is not going well. Derrick is running well and went away from him. I don't think the Titans went away from Derrick Henry. I think they've made some. Look, there's a few play calls I don't like. I think the Treylon Burks end around needs to also be retired next to the Derrick Henry toss play that's still not retired. But look, Derrick Henry looks fresh. You're seeing good things happen off of it. I don't think Tim Kelly's had a bad half at all. I think the offensive line is still bad and is always going to be bad the remaining of the season. And so the one thing I want to look at is Ryan Tannehill. While he's moved the football, he's made some throws, he's showing his legs to be a weapon again. I still feel like Ryan Tannehill's not exactly comfortable in the pocket. I think he missed Treylon Burks for what could have been a big play on the flea flicker where he nearly got Chris Moore sent to the hospital. Then he threw a hospital ball to Treylon Burks as well. And Jack, you and I were talking at Acme right before halftime. You have about 45 seconds to a minute to go down there with a couple timeouts in your back pocket to see if you can get a field goal. The two throws to Chig after the scramble were wastes. All they did was bleed clock and gain a few yards. Those are plays that a 35-year-old quarterback has to know. I don't care about those 5 yards. 5 yards be damned. We need the clock stopped, and an incompletion was better than a short completion for 5 yards that keeps the clock running.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you said Tannehill doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. It's hard to look comfortable behind this offensive line, but they haven't really been the issue today. It doesn't seem like that they're holding them back, at least at this point. Now, last week we were at a spot at halftime where the Titans hadn't allowed a sack, and Texans ended up with 7 sacks on the day after a really bloody fourth quarter. We'll see what happens with the offensive line, but I do think the Titans could have been better there at the end of the half. You want to pick up 3, and starting at your 7-yard line with a little over 40 seconds left, you had an opportunity to pick up some points. Tannehill had the big run to start the drive, and all momentum was kind of killed there as the Titans go into halftime with a 7-point lead instead of a 10-point lead.
And Strike brings up on YouTube that's the same thing as the Browns' first half. That was many moons ago, earlier in the season when the Titans were still alive. But yeah, wasting opportunities in clock situations is something that Ryan Tannehill simply can't afford to do and put on tape for whoever he plays for next. I just saw a funny comment. I'm not going to share there on that. But Gabriel says, how does Burks always end up in those knockout situations? Maybe I'm just sensitive to it. Or does he really seem to always be put in those spots more than other wide receivers? It definitely seems that way, that Treylon Burks is trying to lay out to make a play and takes a massive hit or finds himself in concussion protocol. The good thing is that he was not injured or popped up, and that Chris Moore went to the blue tent and came back into the game as well.
He's a big wide receiver, a physical guy. We saw a lot of yards after the catchability when he was in Arkansas dominating the SEC. So the Titans aren't scared of putting him in crossers or situations where there's going to be contact. But, yeah, it does feel like more often than not, Treylon Burks is always taking a big hit. This time, thankfully, he avoided an injury. But I want to see him involved a little bit more. We talked about that at the pregame show. Hadn't done a whole lot today. The 15-yard penalty is the biggest play he's made all day. So I want to see him involved a little bit more in the second half, make the Seahawks secondary really respect the deep ball. I think Treylon Burks getting him involved that way could be a big difference in this game.
No doubt. A to Z Sports here live at halftime from the rooftop at Acme. It's an amazing day outside. So if you're within earshot, if you're close enough to Acme, why not come down here to enjoy the second half of this game and the sunshine here on Christmas Eve? It's a great opportunity to do that. So, Jack, let's go ahead and get to our question here. What's your confidence level in the Titans winning this game against the Seattle Seahawks? What is your confidence level in the Titans winning this game against the Seahawks? Up 10-3. Seattle does get the ball to start the second half, so a Titans defensive stop would go a long way there too. But before we get to all of your answers, a 1 through 10 question right there. First, like the show. Hit that thumbs up button. We need more likes on the show. We need you guys to subscribe as well. So make sure you hit the like button on Facebook and YouTube. And also, big-time shout-out Spirited Hive and Ranch Water for game day specials here at Acme during home games. Jack, I'll send you to the chat. What are the confidence levels in a Titans win showing up today? You mentioned this, 4 blown halftime leads this season, so don't be too confident.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of Titans fans in this chat that have been hurt before, and that is reflective with their answers. We got a 2 on YouTube to start. Steven says 5. Kendrell says 5. Eldon is at a 4. Snapshot's at a 4. William says 7. Darren at an 8. Derrick 7. Jordan 8. We have a 4.5 from Toby the Titan. Louis Matina all the way down to a 1. Same with Marcus. Ruben's at a 7. Kick It is at a 3. Lamar's at a 0. Rashad's at 4. 2.5 from Turd Ferguson. We've got Alonso at a 1. Collins at a 2. Jeffrey 5. Yuri 3. 2.2 from General Nealon, so we get a pro score there. Albert feels good, though.
Okay.
At a 10 from Albert. Orlando sits at a 4. Brandon 7. 3.5 from Brent. 3 from CJ. Austin, it just doesn't feel like the Seahawks are ready today.
Does it at all?
We talked about the spot before the game. Short week, an emotional win. Right, day before Christmas. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Hard to get up and play on a Sunday on the East Coast. So I'm going to be cautious.
Okay.
I'm going to be cautious because I've been high before at halftime.
Yes, definitely.
And it hadn't worked out. I'm at a 6.
6.
I'm at a very responsible 6.
So you're expecting a Titans win?
I expect the Titans win, but nothing would shock me at this point. We've seen enough from this team. They got to keep their foot on the gas. Offensive line has to continue to protect Tannehill. There's a clear difference between Tannehill and Levis because Will Levis is able to take more deep shots. He's more aggressive with the football. Tannehill hadn't done that yet. Maybe they open it up a little bit more in the second half. I'm at a 6. If they can hit a big play, though, I really feel like the Titans can walk away with a win. And I know a lot of Titans fans are sitting here. Why are we winning this game?
Why? That's what Alessandro said. Why win? Why?
Look, we were on
Things are going well around the league. Now, the Jets beating the Commanders is not what you would prefer, but it's not like that big of a deal either. But things are going well around the league, and I think you can find yourself climbing up the draft order the correct direction if the Titans blow their 5th halftime lead of the season. So you're at a 6 out of 10. Jack, I'm at a 4 out of 10. I'm fully expecting this to be the 5th blown halftime lead of the season. It should be. It should be. Geno Smith, wake up. If he doesn't wake up, put Drew Lock back in because the Seahawks are trying to get to a playoff spot and the Vikings are losing in Detroit. So that's what the Seahawks fans want. Titans fans also want to lose. So why not give the people what they want? Both sides of it. You can all shake hands and come into agreement that the Titans should lose, Seahawks should win. That should be how this thing ends. So I'm at a 4 out of 10.
Okay, I hear you. I want to say this about Mike Vrabel because we gave him a lot of flack early in the season, midway through the season, all season long. It's been disappointing.
Yeah.
But his teams are playing hard.
They are.
With nothing to play for. It says a lot about your head coach. Who knows if they're going to end up winning this game, but the Titans are clearly out here to win. Derrick Henry and Tannehill know that this may be their last time playing together.
True.
And they are balling out, at least, not making mistakes. Derrick Henry's balling out.
Yes.
Need a little more from Tannehill if they don't win this game.
All right, let's go ahead and thank all of our great partners here for Titan Game Day Live. We'll be back for the Amanda J. Gentry post-game show. Shout out to Adventure Science Center, Jarrett HVAC and Plumbing, Chim Chimney, BetMGM, the Mint Gaming Hall, and X Golf Nashville. We'll see you for the post-game show.